Her Excellency, dear guests, please accept all protocols observed as well. It's always a pleasure to be in Cape Town. This is my third time in Cape Town, and it's not only that this is one of the most beautiful places on earth, actually, I think. It competes with Istanbul in that sense. And also there is a history, obviously, between my country and South Africa going back to 1862, when the Muslims of Cape Town had some religious issues among themselves, and they needed a scholar to guide them in their time of difficulty, and they pleaded to the Queen Victoria at the time, and the Queen wrote a letter to our Sultan Abdulaziz to send a scholar to guide and resolve issues among the Muslims of the Cape. And Abu Bakr Effendi was sent through first London, then Liverpool, down to Cape Town, and he lived his life, his last days, until his last days here. He wrote books. He even contributed to the language of South Africa with his translations of religious texts, his own texts, also prominent Islamic texts. And I think even today we know his legacy is alive in South African Muslim community and the rest of Cape Town. That is why that connection is alive and well. I think it's one of the factors why I and my family also feel very much at home when we're in Cape Town. And Marif schools since 2016, it's a big achievement in the last 8 years. There are 440 some schools in more than 50 countries. And this is actually, as Turkey, we feel indebted to the world to have these schools. Why? This cult that originated from Turkey, unfortunately, they reached many countries of the world. With this cover of education, they carried their political ambitions, international and prophetic even ambitions globally. And they used Turkey's peaceful face. They used Rumi's peaceful name to infiltrate countries, societies, and gather resources to use to their political gains. And we woke up in about last 10 years, realized their real ambitions. We woke up to a very sad day 8 years ago at the coup attempt in 2016. And now, as the people of Turkey, we feel indebted to the world to have a legitimate, humanistic, real peaceful school that emanates from Turkey, to carry the peaceful message of the people of Turkey, to carry the peaceful message of Rumi to the rest of the humanity. And so it's really such a historic moment to be in Cape Town, with the historic connection that Turkey and Cape Town has, South Africa has. And Marif schools will be a beacon to improve the closeness between our peoples, the friendship, the brotherly and sisterly connections between Anatolia and South Africa. That is why I'm really happy to be here today at this occasion. The students who come into this school, as an independent school, obviously it will provide to South African education system with the international approach they provide, with the extra Turkish cultural and linguistic courses that they will provide, elective courses, but with this huge network. I mean, as a graduate of a Marif school, you guys, the students among this crowd, you guys will have connections to graduates from 50 countries. So you will be part of this huge network You will not be just connected to Turkey, but the graduates from more than 50 countries. And obviously the diplomas that you get are accredited internationally, also from South African agencies. That's why I would like to thank Western Cape authorities in being home to a Marif school. And Marif is really taking distances. I was with them recently as an educational entrepreneur. I also run independent schools in Istanbul. We run actually the best Montessori schools in preschool and elementary level in Turkey. I'm involved with several universities, as well as, Marif Foundation has universities as well. But education really is, I think, my calling, but it's really what humanity needs in this time. Education, one in which not enmities, but those things, values that bind us together are emphasized. And this is what Turkey is trying to do, because not only during our transition from Ottoman Empire to Turkish Republic, but also in the last decades, we went through many social upheavals and issues, and coup attempts and coups and other societal strives. But we learned to persevere through those difficulties. And I know South Africa is going through many similar and different societal issues. And as two major countries that has a lot in common historically, we can come together and I think pursue the synergies and the potential that we have to gain together, to strive through these difficulties. And I think the world needs that sort of breath, the fresh breath that Turkey and South Africa can provide. Because, to be honest, although we think the Western civilization is at its epoch, it's at the summit in technology, in development, etc. But let's be honest, it doesn't provide peace anymore. It cannot even respect its own rule-based international system. With what we are going through in Palestine, we know that the West is no longer honest in its obligations to the rule-based international system. We know that the United Nations system is no longer functioning. And the reason is not the non-Western community, it's the Western community itself, because they are unfortunately applying double standards when it comes to their own interests, when it comes to their own network, unfortunately. And I would like to thank South Africa for pursuing a case against Israel at the International Criminal Court. And I think with the decision, with the rightful decision today, this will be a big, momentous occasion in the world history, that South Africa is pursuing what is valuable for the humanity, what is valuable for the world. And Turkey is going to stand side by side South Africa against the Israeli Nazism and genocide that's taking place in Palestine. And I would like to thank South African government for pursuing that. The world really needs an alternative paradigm for the international order. Really, we cannot just say we need time to handle our own struggles before we go onto the world stage. These things have to be handled at the same time. As we improve, as we develop our own countries, we also have to strive with the issues and struggles that the world is providing ahead of us, because the Western civilization is unfortunately lagging with each passing year in dealing with these troubles and difficulties. And Marif schools, I hope, will be this educational aspect and part of this beacon of hope that South Africa and Turkey and countries that are pursuing an alternative paradigm for the future of the world can provide and will provide. And I would like to thank Marif Foundation for their effort in running these schools and opening new ones and increasing their quality each passing year. As Professor Akun said, almost 300,000 students are attending colleges in Turkey from all around the world. From almost all countries in the world, we have students attending universities in Turkey. The quality of education in Turkey is really reputable. In terms of price performance, I would say it's the best in the world. You can get a medical degree in Turkey for about $10,000 to $15,000 a year. And this is incredible because the level of medical education in Turkey is really top-notch at European standards. Engineering education as well. We also need social science education to provide answers to the struggles the world is providing us in the 21st century. That is why, and I think the ambassador has sent her kid to the University of Cape Town, is it? By the way, because I really think University of Cape Town is one of the best higher learning institutions in South Africa. But the collaboration that has to take place between educational institutions in South Africa and in Turkey is very important. We have very good high schools and universities, and South Africa has many good educational institutions. But let us focus on total quality of overall the whole education system, because in many countries you have selective elite institutions of learning and the rest of the educational system is lagging way behind. And in Turkey we have this struggle. We are a country of 85 million. We have to target a total quality in education so that no kid is left behind. And I think South Africa is facing the same challenge. And I think we can face these challenges together, and Marif Foundation is obviously the right intermediary, I think, between the two countries. That is why I would like to applaud again Marif Foundation. I would like to thank Cape Town authorities for allowing this institution of excellence, inshallah, in a very short while. And I'm sure in the near future they will have a preschool and elementary school as well, and that will complete the whole chain of education. And I would like to especially call on to the Muslim community of Cape Town for their unity, for their responsibility, their shared responsibility in the South African struggles, their activism. And I hope that they will be an important and integral part of South Africa's bright future. And I thank you for inviting me to this event. And I hope the kids and the parents who go through these schools will become important leaders in the future of not only South Africa, also of the world. And they will contribute to better relations between our two countries. Thank you very much in this joyous occasion, in this spiritual day of Jummah for the Muslims. Congratulations. Thank you.